The moment you stop choosing. Most people think the trap is the payment. It isn't. The trap activates later. It happens in a clean office, bright lights, a chair that doesn't squeak, coffee you didn't ask for. A screen turns towards you, numbers load. The dealer goes quiet, not because something is wrong, but because something is finished. You feel it before you understand it. A pause that lasts half a second too long. Your body leans forward without permission. Your brain starts calculating exits that no longer exist. And for a brief moment, you already know what the sentence will be, and you let it arrive anyway. You can roll the balance. That's the moment something leaves you. Not money, not control, choice. From here on, you're not choosing. You're continuing. You're no longer discussing cars. You're discussing containment. That's not a solution. That's a diagnosis. The system just confirmed a decision you already made months ago, back when it still felt optional. The day ownership ended without telling you. People say, I own my car. Ownership means control. Control means exit. If selling the car costs money, ownership already expired. If freedom requires approval, it never existed. If you owe $38,000 and the car is worth $29,000, that $9,000 gap isn't a mistake. It's a fee. Not for the car, for believing you were still in charge. That's when ownership ended, quietly, without paperwork, without notice. No warning light came on. No contract changed. Only your position did. Dealers don't sell vehicles anymore. They sell emotional calm in monthly increments. They sell relief now by installing pressure later. Affordable time. Permanent obligation. How the system learned to wait you out. This didn't always work. Loans used to end. Equity used to arrive early. Cars aged slower than debt. So the system adapted. Loan terms stretched past reliability. Interest moved to the front. Depreciation learned how to sprint. Cars didn't become financially safer. They became psychologically easier to accept. That's not innovation. That's patience designed to outlast your memory of when saying yes still felt harmless. The first 18 months you remember wrong. The most important part of a car loan is the part your brain edits. The beginning. That's where interest eats first. That's where value collapses fastest. That's where your balance barely moves. You remember progress. You remember discipline. You remember telling yourself you were doing it right. You weren't paying the car down. You were paying rent on your own optimism. By the time improvement becomes visible, the damage isn't just done. It's locked. The math was decided while you still believed time was helping you. The engine that never needs you to fail. Negative equity isn't a consequence. It's infrastructure. It runs quietly on long terms and small down payments. It doesn't need missed payments. It doesn't need bad decisions. It only needs consistency. As long as you keep showing up, it's winning. Leaving is the only outcome. It cannot survive. That's why leaving is framed as reckless, immature, irresponsible. The system doesn't ask you to stay. It trains you to feel wrong for wanting to go. The trade in that makes the walls move again. People think trading in is an exit. It isn't. It's debt wearing new clothes. The balance doesn't disappear. It folds inward, stretches thinner, hides behind newer panels. A new loan absorbs the old regret. The term extends. The obligation grows. The corridor gets longer. You didn't escape. You agreed to continue with better lighting and a screen that looks newer while saying the exact same thing. Why this system prefers people like you. This system doesn't hunt idiots, it hunts adults, people with rent, kids, insurance, deadlines, fatigue. You don't need to be reckless, you just need to be tired when the explanation comes fast and the consequences are deferred. The trap doesn't punish ignorance, it exploits responsibility. The costs that never announce themselves. Nothing explodes anymore. Insurance creeps upward. Repairs cost more but return at nothing. Screens die before engines do. Interest rates punish even perfect behavior. Refinancing resets the clock. One interruption erases months of discipline. Nothing collapses. Your ability to move just fades. And by the time you notice, you've already rebuilt your life around staying exactly where you are. Why discipline can't save you. People say, I'll just pay it off faster. That assumes life stays quiet. Interest already took its share. Emergencies arrive uninvited. One pause resets momentum, and the system doesn't need you to fail. It needs you to remain predictable. Time is the win condition. The only questions that still give you a choice. There are rules. They do not negotiate. If the loan outlives the warranty, walk. If the payment only works because the term is long, stop. If a trade-in is required to make it affordable, it isn't. If you can't explain your balance after 3 years, don't sign. Ask this before everything else. What will this car be worth in 3 years? And what will I still owe? If those numbers don't meet, you're not buying transportation. You're buying a corridor designed to narrow quietly. The realization that doesn't feel like panic. Most people don't lose money on cars because they're careless. They lose because the system is calm, polite, efficient. The trap doesn't snap shut. It narrows, paperwork, screens, smiles. Until one ordinary day, something lands heavy. You don't remember the last time you chose. Only adjusted, only continued, only stayed. And the part you can't shake is that you remember the moment you could have stopped and didn't. That's when the most dangerous truth appears. You weren't trapped suddenly. You were guided slowly into a future where movement replaced choice and debt decided how far you were allowed to go. The walls didn't announce themselves, they just kept moving. And by the time you noticed, there was no room left to turn around. If this made you uncomfortable, good. It means you recognized something real. Subscribe, like, share it with the person who's about to sign. This is Bidding for Autos.